Alrighty, so I'm back sadly once again because my internet was having issues. Although now I have just changed the network this Saturday, Sunday, and yeah, hopefully there will be no issues, and now I will be able to continue normally. Because last video I uploaded from my mobile net and it was horrible. Like, I had to buy so much of data every day to even do the basic things. But yeah, anyways, so we had solved the easy problems. Now we are on to the medium ones. So let's go. So I don't know why it is not previewing, but anyways, read a file, remove all the extra spaces, and write it back to the same file. So we have to write code for this file cleaner. For example, if there are spaces, then there should be only one single space. So let's just create something. File cleaner.js. Cool. Now, I know there is like strip functions in Python, but again, I have no idea how to remove these spaces in JavaScript. So let me quickly just Google it. Okay. How to remove extra spaces in JS. Let's just see that first. Okay, so leading and trailing spaces that will be removed by trim. Uh, okay, trim start and left, right, whatever. Then between the word and ends, they or Gemini is telling me to use regular expression. Okay. And replace all with a simple space character or a regular expression. Um, but we need one space, right? This is like replace multiple spaces with a single space. Let's see Stack Overflow rather than. Okay, shit. There is. So I have noticed this in Python and stuff. There are like methods which are like. Again, strip is just start and end, I guess. But still, JavaScript is more like with works with regular expression and stuff like that. What function will turn this into this using JavaScript? I've tried the following using similar so questions but could not get this to work. This contains spaces, new string, replace. This contains spaces. Is there a simple pure JavaScript way to accomplish this? You are close. Remember that replaces the found text with this second argument. So finds any number of sequential spaces and removes them. Try replacing them with a single space inside. Okay. I think this was saying the same thing. But we need multiple, so I guess we can just add a plus here to match one or more things. This is a missing function to trim. What do you mean even after 8 years, bro? Okay. Are we taking the input though? Uh, I guess it's manual. I don't know. Let's just do this one. Let str is this. We are asked the function, right? Read a file. Oh, okay. We have to read a file. Shit. Let's just read from a file. Also, okay. Let me just copy this, and we had to read from a file and write back to the same file. Okay. So we have to do both. So this is not required here. What we will have to do, let me just again copy this as well, and then we'll see how we can let me was cd into week 2. What the hell is happening? cd01 async js cd medium touch file.txt. It's not tough, it does. And that will contain this thing. Okay. So we are reading from the file. What is this? Okay, yeah. Then where have I put this thing? Let me close this. The output should be this, but I don't know if the file input was. Okay, the file should be that. Okay. If error, then we are just printing the error. But if there is not any error, then what do we do? We do let new str is equal to data dot. First of all, there was trim, but also we were doing is that replace thingy with the regular expression. So we will have to replace, and that I always struggle with this regular expression shit. Escaping the G, and then okay, so we have read from the file. I think we should not do that there. Yeah, I guess we can just do it here. and file content we can say new str. But will it work? Because that's doubtful. Let new str is none. Let me console dot log it. Okay. Node file cleaner.js. Data is not defined. Alrighty. Can we do? Can we assign a new str here and then print it? I don't think it's that one either. str is not defined. Yep, because this is being defined there. Okay. Let me comment this out. Clear the screen. Okay, so it is nothing. Cool. So what we have to do is that let me console dot log new str here and let me cut this. And shit, I had didn't need to remove that. Okay, so this is done, but how can we write again? Because this is not accessible outside. Okay, we'll have to search how to read from a file, do some operation on the content, and then back to the file in JS using fs. Okay. Fs dot read file. Okay, so we are just storing the data. Got it. Let me cut this, cut all of these, and then do it again. What is the issue? CB argument must be of type function. Oh, callback. So can we not use this syntax until I use await and async? Hmm. Yeah, it does. Okay, what is the synchronous way? Will this solve it? Oh shit, okay. So yeah, we need the async await syntax if we want to use it like this. Other than that, we are fine. And then we can just do fs dot write file path is just file.txt, content is new str, and yeah, I think that should do it. Let's see if it works or not. Okay, sorry, we'll have to use sync. Cool, that did it. Although, let us try using promises. I'll try my best not to look at it, but let's see. Const fs is require fs dot promises, something like that. Then async function. Okay. Clean file. Parameters is file path, let's say, and let's just define it. Let file path is file dot txt. Okay. So async function we have defined. Now what we need to do? Const data. First of all, we need to get the data. But how will we get it? By doing await file path, and it is utf f8. Then we can just do new str is equal to, or let's say new data dot replace. What we are replacing is, oh shit, here we go again, escaping. Okay, and we need space, one space. Then we trim also. Yeah, let's just print it as well. And when we need to write it, okay, const. Okay. Do we need to store this write thingy in any variable? Const write, let's say, await fs dot write file path and utf-8. Let's print this write though. Okay, we are not calling the function. Why is it gray here? Ah, okay. It's undefined. What the heck? Fs dot write file. We need to give file path and oh shit. Okay. We need to give new data, not the UTF thingy. Okay. We'll have to change the content as well. Something, let's say. We are getting the library, getting the file path, cleaning the file, reading the data, storing it in data variable, new data, it replaces that. Okay. New data. I guess we should do let. Okay. File path, new data. Let's see. I don't think spaces between two letters will. No, I think it will. But there will be one space now, which will be kind of weird. Right? Yep. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, I guess we didn't need to store it because it will be undefined. Cool. Let's remove this. Let's fix this as well. Okay. Cool. So that is our first thing completed, both synchronously and asynchronously. Let me write sync method and async method. Okay. So that is done. We have printed as well and we have modified the file too. What was the second one? Let me close these. Using one counter and two counter from the easy section, can you create a clock that shows you the current machine time? Okay, can you make it so that it updates every second and shows time in following format? Let me close this. Let me create a file which is simply clock.js. Okay. First, let me import these things directly here without thinking. Not like that, but okay. Cool. So what we have to do is clock that shows you the current machine time in hour, minute, and seconds. Also with 24-hour format and 12-hour format with AM and PM displayed. So let me just run. Okay. So it is doing the same thing, but that's why there is one printed two times, there's two printed two times, and so on. Because what we are doing here is that increase counter and set interval of 1 second. And without set interval, we are using set timeout here, which is again we are initializing counter to 0, increasing it by 1, and then calling this increase counter function again by after the interval of 1 second. So that it updates every second. Okay. So we need to display the time. Again, I don't know how to do it. So let's just search how to display time in JS. Stack Overflow again seems better. Date to local time string. Var.d. Oh, sorry, var.d. I mean, whatever this old. So we have to call new date object and then use this to local time string. Okay, let's try. Comment out this. Let d is equal to new date and let t is equal to d dot to local date string, or time was it? Time it is. Yeah. Console.log t. Okay. So this is doing the second one with AM PM. So 422 and so on. And what we have to do is we have to keep printing it every second. So for that, again, we have to do it in delay of 1 second. So let me say function show time, and we can just call set timeout, and okay, let me yes, call itself again after like 1 second, and call it obviously. Okay, let me also figure out the way. In one line, new date dot to local string. Okay, let's just check if it works. It does. Make clear, and the problem is that it's having AM PM AP. Okay, this totally depends. Sometimes. Okay, actually use this thing to local string time format one. Let me say that, and let's also do time format 2, which is new date again to local time string. And what was the change there? Wrapping this around in brackets and setting EO and R12 false. Okay. What was it? Sorry, R12 false. Let's see. Yes, it does work, which is what we were asked for. I mean, we can always do them up and down, but yeah. And and also let me, yeah, so another way would be to comment out this whole thing, set interval way, and there is set, oh sorry, this is set timeout way, this is set interval way. So instead of doing this, this is a show time function, And then what we can do, show time, and there is that. Me comment this out and see if this is working. Uh, okay, we don't need to define it. Yes, it is working. So we have both the ways working, which is, sorry, I don't know whatever was copied. This set timeout way and this set interval way. Although let me just search. What does EO mean here? Esperanto. Oh, if that works for us as like capitalizing the AM and PM, why not try it? Sorry, I'll have to comment you out, bro. Cool. That there it is. The capital V as well. Let me just paste it there. All right. I get it. So we have achieved this both the ways by this set interval and set timeout way. So it's time to remove these. Set timeout, we are just defining the function, and inside it we are calling it again. And then set interval, we are just defining it, and outside we are calling it with a delay of 1 second by the set interval. All right. I think my target was 4:30 because I have to go to the gym now, and it's like 37 minutes. So I think that's pretty good for all two medium level question. Although we did Google and stuff, but yeah. Anyways, what matters is we get to learn something, right? So yeah, now only these hard questions are remaining. Write a function that returns promises all after n seconds have passed. Okay, so these I'll have to see how can I solve them. Uh, 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 uh. Promises. Okay, maybe I'll revise it so I don't have to like search everything on Google and then come back to this. So hopefully we'll solve all four of these tomorrow and then move on to our express thingy to solve this file server and to do server. So yeah, that's it for this one. I'll go to the gym now and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.